Hello, this is Mr. Collier, and today we're going to find the area under the gateway arch using the trapezoid rule. So we already have a model. You can see it in blue. It sort of fits okay. It doesn't fit in some locations. You can analyze the accuracy of the model, which is going to affect the area. So it's not going to be a perfect fit, but we're going to estimate the area anyway. Here's the equation, and we're going to use the trapezoid rule. Okay, so let me write down the equation. We've got the equation for our model is y equals negative 0.0208 x minus 0. I've got it in factored form. It could be in any of the three forms. You can do it either way. And what it does is, what the formula does is kind of creates a bunch of trapezoids. Sometimes the trapezoids look like triangles if you're just picking between 2 points. The first one looks like a triangle there. So it finds the area of the trapezoids and adds them together, and that gives you an estimate. And sometimes the trapezoids look like a rectangle. Okay, so you're just kind of making a new point on your curve and making a new trapezoid, and this estimates the area. Okay, now if you've got a parabola that's pointing down like this, you're always going to have an underestimate because you got some space here between the trapezoid and the parabola. Okay, so it's going to be an underestimate for parabolas pointing down, and for parabolas pointing up, you're going to have like an overestimate because you got a little bit of extra area there, right? Okay, so that's something to consider. But if you can increase the number of trapezoids or decrease the width of each trapezoid, you get a more accurate answer. Okay. Here is the step size. We call it step size sometimes, but it's literally the width of each rectangle is h, right? So you have to choose an n. That's the number of trapezoids we're using to estimate the area. Okay, I'm going to choose just n equals 10 maybe. Okay. So I guess B and A in this case are our x-intercepts, the starting point and the ending point. So my step size is going to be the x-intercepts of the gateway arch. Since the width of the arch is 192, the B value is 192, A is 0 because I'm starting at the x-intercept, and I'm going to divide by 10. So we're going to have a step size of 19.2. Okay, that's our step size. Okay, this formula here is a shortcut basically of the trapezoid formula. All right, the trapezoid formula, and you can learn more about how the trapezoid formula works watching another longer video I have. The link is in the description, so you can click on that to see how it works. This is basically the trapezoid formula. Okay, the h is the width of each trapezoid because they're all the same. And the y1 and the y2, they're like, well, here's y1 and here's y2. Okay, so basically the trapezoid formula, you have kind of this kind of thing happening in the trapezoid formula. You got the average of the two values here, right? So this length is y1, this length is y2. And it's basically using the trapezoid formula over and over again. There's some overlapping trapezoids, like this line is used twice. So we got a 2 here because we're multiplying by 2 by all the y values that are used twice. Okay, y1, y2, y3. There's a couple that are not used twice there. The first y value and the last y value are only used once. Okay, that's the first y value on your parabola. And that's the last y value on the parabola, and this is all other y values. Okay? They are doubled up because you've got this overlapping trapezoid thing happening in the middle. Anyway, you don't really need to know all that to use the formula. You do need to know that this is the first y value and the last y value, though. So we have all the numbers we need to calculate the area under this curve. And I'm going to do that in Microsoft Excel. X values, we're starting with 0. That's our first x value. Okay, let me center all this. And then our step size is 19.2. So you can click equals. The previous value was 19.2. It'll add on 19.2. And I said 10 trapezoids. I think I need to go down to 11 because I started with 1. Oh, actually I need one more. There you go, 192. That's our x-intercept, right? Because I did 10 trapezoids, but that means there's 11 y values that I need, right? All the way to the end. So that makes sense, and the y values are just from my model. So I can type in equals to make an equation on Microsoft Excel, negative 0.0208 times my x value minus 0. This is just copying this formula. You'll have one as well. I guess I need another bracket. A2 again is my x value minus 192. So that gives you the y value at every point here along the parabola. And I'm going to drag that down. Okay, these are the y values. This looks odd, but that's very, very close to 0. Okay, this is probably because I've got this number rounded. If I didn't round that number, this would be exactly 0. Oops. I need to, oh no, I gotta undo that. There we go. Okay, so don't worry about that. That's practically 0 anyway. That shouldn't make any difference. So I got all the numbers that I need now. Maybe I'll write approximate area now equals. So you can just type in this formula right here. Half times h. So I'm going to 0.5 times, remember my h value is 19.2, times bracket. There's 2 brackets. Okay, and that, remember, that's my initial first y value and my last y value. So that is this y value plus the last y value. Close my bracket. I'm just copying from this formula. Plus 2 times there. Just add up all of the other y values, okay? And in Microsoft Excel, you can do, actually I don't need the bracket now, I can just do sum. And you can just drag here and you get the sum of all of those. I think I need one more bracket to close the whole thing. And this is, yeah, basically this formula copied out. And let's see what happens. I get an area of 24,291. So that is the approximate area under this curve.